Lunga, which sits among the 22 habitable islands of Lake Bangweulu, administered by 4 traditional leaders, Senior Chief Kalimankonde, Chief Insamba, Chief Kasomalunga, and Chief Waliamponda, is a waterlogged area. The district depends solely on water transport, whose water channels are usually blocked by growing weeds. Lunga District Commissioner Rose Chimbini has called for the revival of employing permanent workers to be clearing the water channels all year round, as the case was in the colonial times.
So we need both the dredger and manual. We need people to be working permanently on this channel.
25 kg of stones. Ordinarily, it would start off about 4 a.m. and we'll reach the mainlands about 21 hours in the evening.
Luapula Province Minister Brigadier General Benson Kapaya is equally concerned about the blocked channels to the area.
If we are the permanent workers, definitely they will keep on, yes. Otherwise, there is a lot of development going on, but it's slowed because of this type of streets we have on this part of the world. Yes. Otherwise, we'll get there, and we'll make sure that we improve things. This government is here to work.
Lunga District, which was part of Samfya District until 2012, when it was given a district status, needs attention in many respects, as it is the most difficult to reach in the province and only accessible through water channels by water transport. Reporting from the waterlogged Lunga District of Luapula Province, I am Christine Jovu.
It was a thicket, but now government is putting up massive infrastructure development that will turn this place into a hive of government programs in the next 12 months. And Western Province Minister Poniso Njeulu, who was accompanied by Permanent Secretary Mwangalali Omba, inspected this robust infrastructure.
This is quite commendable, and we thank government for creating this district, because many people are actually employed. As you can see, we already have women that are also engaged to do some work. Like for Harborside contractor alone, he has employed over 50. So you can imagine 50 people employed as locals. All these will be getting money monthly. So that is to empower the locals that are here. So I can't see any reason why the people Mandi can't really work with government.
The minister, who is also Sinjembela Constituency Member of Parliament, said these construction works have employed many youths that included women, resulting in more money in people's pockets. One of the contractors, Harborside Enterprises Operations Manager Munarula Mavenga, had this to say.
This is the administration block where all the government offices will be housed. From one day they move to here.
And PS Mwangalali Omba called on other contractors in both Mwandi and Muloves districts to ensure that short works are reduced.
I fail to understand why they decided to put a tank using fiber instead of metallic. And we are talking of 250 cubic meters, which is very regrettable. Let me sound this warning to all our contractors, especially here in Western Province, that we are not going to accept this kind of workmanship.
Infrastructure development will change the face of the province once completed. I'm Darlington Kawambe, reporting for Zanisnews in Muloves District, Western Province.
Owning decent housing with proper water reticulation is everyone's dream, especially that every human being has a right to housing. Hence the call by Central Province Minister David Sopa on Kabwe Municipal Council to empower Kamuchanga residents with plots to build decent houses on the land that they have lived on since independence.
Vakanso na veva kuti abalembe ku ministry ila ilolesha pampanga ila tuito kuti Ministry of Lands. Pakutira bapoke ensambu shakutira bushe ino enchende Kamuchanga tulefayo kuti atuwe tupele abantu amaploti tulesuminishanya balalemba kalatanga telero balalemba nishini mailo imo mwentungulu shimwe baishibo kulembala mwe baishibo kulanda mwe bakunoka muchanga mule yali onse kukanso kumono kutirala ida kalata n'abatashani n'abalembo kuya kurusaka nga batupele ensambu ya kutira iwe mpanga twamupela ba local government ba council tulina okwisa.
Kawe Municipal Council Buildings Inspector Ivan Sirumbwe explains the procedure on how to acquire a plot.
Plot chintu chimwe cho mufuna mwakwata cho mufuna mwaikalapo ani ni life so kalusango kano nofe kuma low cost kwati kuno ila about 8,000 mwamvwa lelo tulachitoko bati tuamono ko batwala panga plan shani evo tuinga ilipile wendalama.
Meanwhile, Kamchanga residents expressed gratitude to the minister for visiting them, as no top government official has ever visited them before.
Mwabombesha sana pakwisa tumona ko tulechula kuno kuli bantu ovutika bamasiye babwanji takwaba wakuti tuone kwa minister bwela zati tangizeko kuno takwaba so twatotela sana na kunkula ba minister ziko mo kwa mbili.
We sincerely do appreciate your good gesture of paying us a visit at this, as this has never happened before. This honorable minister demonstrates your love and concern to work for the people.
Government is committed to improving the welfare of its people in the country by ensuring that social services are accessible. For Zanisnews, I'm Sande Waria in Kawe.
These are physically challenged people busy in their maize field. The Natuvalange Disability Group of Kasama are engaged in profitable business ventures such as beekeeping, poultry, goat and pig rearing in order to sustain their livelihood. From the proceeds raised, these people living with disabilities are able to feed themselves and take their children to school.
Tulapose mpia sana, kaishi nokugulisha tulagulisha. Kumulandu wachigayo, tulelombako ubuteko na kubantu awabenga kwate nkumbu ukumona ifyo benga tamba pafyo tulechita benga twafuirishako ere na kumenshi kwini tulelomba na kuchirisha kubuteko benga twa.
And the members of the Natuvalange Disability Group have a special message for other disabled people in society.
Wabanensa wabele lombalombe fya kulombalomba ushema ilo na yande pitana musibona mukulombe fintu ushefire fya kulombalomba mona laba sungila abana ali mbyobo de salamu kulwa mpela kashi nemune njibike po kutachi yo ine ndi mulema fesi ndika lefe nyokulemba ukulombalomba filani nchitapaina nguchimochi ichialangafwa.
And Zambia Agency for Persons with Disabilities is happy with the viable income generating activities embarked upon by Natuvalange Disability Group.
The impression has been quite impressive in the sense that they are able to, they even ventured in other activities apart from what we were able to give them. We were able to see that they are now able to rear chickens of their own. That wasn't part of our initiative, but it was their own, out of their own savings from what.
It is clear from the commitment of these disabled persons from Natuvalange Group that disability is not a challenge, but an opportunity to become innovative and engage in productive ventures as a way of having a better life. Reporting from Kasama, I'm Mwela Kashik.
Various efforts have been put in place by different organizations in the fight against HIV/AIDS in Zambia. But for the National Museum Board of Zambia, their contribution to the fight against the pandemic has come in the form of a book launch. The Motomoto Museum in Mbala District was recently a hive of activity when parents, teachers and pupils gathered to witness the launch of a book entitled Vilengo and Mbusa. Authorities at the museum explained the rationale behind the launch of the book, which talks about HIV/AIDS and teenage pregnancies.
The book was designed in such a way that the selected symbols used in Mbusa and Vilengo were scientifically explained by the Livingstone Museum Natural History Department to make the youth of today appreciate the knowledge that our forefathers had in the environment that they lived in. This museum has donated some of the books that we are going to launch today to Choma schools through Choma Museum in order to share the knowledge that the youth of Mbala have acquired through this project.
And government is happy with organizations contributing to the mitigation of the HIV scourge in various ways.
The book addresses the issues of HIV and AIDS from information dissemination, protection from HIV and AIDS infection and reinfection, stigma, VCT, and total control of the spread of HIV and AIDS among teenagers using traditional teaching aids of Umbusa and Vilengo. The Ministry of Education is therefore pleased with the work that MEJAMs are doing in supplementing learners' education in the country.
If the fight against HIV and AIDS in Zambia is to be won, there is need for concerted efforts from different stakeholders in society. Reporting from Mbala, I'm Nicholas Mtonga.